Yes.
Welcome to Tigers Untapped, a Bluff City Media podcast. Stepping up to the microphones are your hosts, Trey Lasley and TJ Willis. Pull up your chair, grab your favorite brew, and enjoy the conversation. Now, let's get to the show.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Dude, so many things at once.
We're so back, baby!
It's Trey back with my man TJ.
I honestly feel like we've had, like, seriously 5 holidays.
What flag is that?
This is Chicago.
Is that a Barstool?
Yeah, it is, actually. I had a bet, like...
I got one of those.
Yeah, like...
March
season.
Madness.
No,
I got one.
Mine was Notre Dame, Wisconsin.
Oh, that's
so I think
what they
it was last
gave you?
year. And it's like you put like $100 bet down,
Yeah.
and if your team won, then you got a free hoodie plus your winnings, of course. But
Yeah,
it's pretty
same.
sick hoodie, honestly. It's
Same
Carhartt,
thing.
and it's like a middleweight. It's pretty thick.
You should have told me I could have worn mine.
It's nice.
Mine's a little more decorative than yours.
Yeah, I mean, it's just got the Barstool logo and the Chicago flag. It's not that cool, personally. Trey, you ready for this?
I've already taken a sip. It wasn't bad.
Malt Liquor Man. No doubt about it.
No doubt about it.
Crosstown. It's a malt liquor. I don't know if you guys have ever had malt liquors. Like, I think locally,
like
the only ones that
Colt
are really
45.
doing... What? No, I mean, like, locally. The only ones doing it are, like, Tiger Tail, and then, obviously, big-ass truck certified Crosstown Brewings.
Yeah, I'm not a
malt
big
liquor man.
malt liquor guy.
It's not
but
great. It's not great. I'm not going to lie. I haven't even tried a sip, but I can tell you it's not going to be great. It is 8% by volume, though.
It's not terrible.
I mean...
I've had worse. I'm sure you've had worse than that.
I mean, yeah, we've definitely had worse beers.
I'm sure you've had worse than that.
Where do we even start? I don't even know where to start. How much has happened?
We've had so much happen in the last 2 weeks. The biggest that we beat down the number 4 team in the Big 12. TJ, you know we have as many Big 12 wins this season as Cincinnati?
Without the money to show for it, unfortunately.
And with like 7 less attempts
Yeah,
to get a win.
it's a big deal.
And I don't even think Cincinnati's was against, I'm going to say, a real Big 12 football
I
team.
think they
'cause
beat BYU.
think-
No, didn't they beat UC? Did they beat
I
UCF?
think they beat UCF.
Was he? Okay.
No, they beat Houston.
That's
Yeah,
what, yeah, it's
doesn't
one of the.
count.
All the same arguments.
New
Guys.
member. They lost 30-10 to that Iowa State team
Yikes! Couldn't be me. Who's the quarterback of that game? Like,
for
Iowa
Iowa
State.
State.
It was Ecto or whatever his name is.
No, it was Becht or whatever his
Was it?
name. Yeah,
Okay.
he was
is that his
15
first game?
15 to 25 for 240 and 2 tuds.
Well, he did a little bit better against us than them, but he caught that L, so it doesn't matter.
Caught
Tigers
that
win.
big L, baby.
I'm not joking. When
okay.
I tweeted it out, like that morning, I went and got Julian out of bed, and he was singing the fight song.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, he was singing. I was like, oh, okay, well, Tigers by 1 million. Because I
Yeah.
think previously I'd said Iowa
Yeah,
State's
I mean,
win.
I got to come in here. I got to apologize formally because 2 weeks ago I was not a believer.
I guess we can get more into it, but I think the fact that you were out Davian Carter and you were out Mac Pounders, like you're starting left tackle.
I just didn't know what the line was going to look
And
like.
your right
And you know
guard.
what? The line was great. Fine.
Yeah, almost perfectly fine.
TJ, there were a lot of zeros the other night.
0 interceptions.
Well, we're going to start with number 0, who kicked it off with a bomb of a tutty, third play of the game.
Yeah.
Our boy Demir Portal.
I actually missed that. What game was
Yeah.
going on beforehand? Like it.
I don't know. I was in the stadium.
I know. I've got kids, dude. I couldn't go. I couldn't go.
Yeah, somehow TJ missed our first score, which is understandable because what?
And Clemson, it was the Clemson game, was carried over, and they were not displaying the actual start of a football game. They wanted to listen to Dabo talk.
Well, I saw somewhere, I think it was on the Twitter, might have been our guy, Jeb. That was like the fastest offensive play, tutty.
Yeah.
The fastest we've scored outside of the 2 kick returns recently.
I mean, it was an absolute bomb, so I get it.
Third play of the game.
Yeah. I respect that though. Like there were a couple of plays where it just seems like they were full gas. Like it wasn't like run something short underneath to set up something long. They were just straight up bombs.
Did we not look much faster than Iowa State?
Oh yeah. I mean, there were a couple of plays where I was like several players looked like they were much faster, and I was like,
we got athletes all over the field.
Someone said that they were like a national pundit was basically like Memphis has too many athletes for Iowa State, and that was so weird to think about because we're the American team. We're not supposed to have that.
Playmaker, you baby.
We're not supposed to.
That is a weird statement to hear than someone say about Memphis football, right? Like,
I mean, we are talking about an Iowa team, like.
Well, for the last couple of years, it's what we felt like we were missing, right? Though is like speed and playmakability, and then now we got it.
Like
in
the
spades,
Hawkeyes,
baby.
Obviously,
we got
it's a little
it,
different,
and they all coming back.
Most
except for Joe.
Yeah, most of them. Like Iowa Hawkeyes, they have white cornerbacks. Like, I mean, I'm not shocked that we're more athletic than them, but like they're bringing back something that was freaking
good.
Well, yeah, the guy last year was good. He's in the NFL. He was incredible. And then this guy's good
what's
too.
the dude from this year?
Yeah, number 3 or whatever. I don't know. Whatever. We're off topic. But my point was like, it's more so making a joke that they're bringing back the white cornerback.
Cooper DeJean.
Yeah, DeJean.
Did you say that? Did you say Hawkeyes or do you mean the Cyclones?
No, the Hawkeyes.
He's just talking about the state in
Yeah,
general.
the state of Iowa is just repping out white dudes left and right. It's like, no wonder. But we can do. They said it, not me. They said that we were more athletic. I agree with them.
We did. We looked much faster. We were. I didn't see any problem on either side of the line.
No. That's what, we started off talking about it. I think you and I were both a little concerned, missing 2 starters on the offensive line.
Yeah, I was going into that. I was most concerned about the offensive line. Not at all.
When's the last time? Let me ask you this. I know we're going to get to the full breadth and depth of the season. When was the last time y'all were really nervous about this offensive line that Ryan Silverfield has put out there? Because they've been really good this year. Low key, they've been good.
It has not. Yeah, this year it wasn't. No. It's not something I ever thought about going into a game. Not once. So it would have had to have been last year.
Yeah, it was definitely last season. Was pretty rough.
Well, with the exception of this game, I was nervous about it. Just because I didn't know what it's going to look like.
Sure. But no, I think all season, honestly, this offensive line has been really good. And I don't know if that's due to the hiring of Jeff Myers. Like, is he the difference maker? Is it maybe you have the right set of guys in there finally? I mean, you did add Xavier Hill, the LSU transfer. Thought he was great. I mean, he bounced around left guard, or right guard, left tackle. I think he played right.
They all bounced around.
Everything but
everybody
center.
played everywhere.
Except Likes. I think Likes stayed at center.
He's stuck.
No, the line looked great. The defensive line, like a position that we kind of shit on all year long.
Dude.
Rightfully so.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, I mean, they just weren't
getting pressure, sacks.
Yeah, I mean.
Chandler Martin living in the backfield.
He set a record. I think it was like 5 tackles for loss or something.
Yeah. Tiger and Liberty Bowl.
He was so good.
He is
5 TFLs.
Very, very good at the football.
He is, very good at the football.
He just knows how to read plays, and it's wild. It's not just Chandler. Like, Jeff as the middle linebacker kind of has to do some ugly work, taking on guards and things like that. I think Jeff played a great game. Peace out to Jeff, but.
Did he have his post made it sound like he had another year? Did he have a COVID
technically had another year.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think he technically
I thought he was 5th year and done. But
I have to go back and look it up, honestly. But
anyways, I mean, hell of a game. 36-26, never in doubt. I mean, we talked about it, from the 3rd play of the game. Then you get a 4th and 1 stop at midfield. You score a couple minutes later, 13-0.
You say never in doubt.
Get it. What do you mean?
But there was a point in time where the game was relatively close.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Memphis got up 19...
What, 0-0?
19-0.
No, it was 19-0.
Then it was 19-16.
Yeah, Iowa State came back right quickly. And I was like, all right, what are we doing? Like, because that second quarter, we kind of dropped off.
It wasn't in doubt. It was 19-13, and we ran a fake kneel that I missed because I was I was in the bathroom where it was an absolute party, people going crazy. And we
what was going on in the bathroom?
No, people were just fired the hell up. Fired up.
What are your feelings on the fake kneel? There was a lot of debate.
I don't why
Twitter.
If people were mad about it, I don't understand.
They can get over it.
Yeah, I think Iowa State was mad about it because they're like, all right, next time he does take a kneel and we kill your quarterback, then don't get mad at us.
I mean, what Western Kentucky did it to us in 18.
We can do.
They got like 45 yards off of it.
Hey, Dan Marino did it.
They,
I don't have any problem with it.
yeah, I don't have any problem with it. I have a problem with the NFL, but that's about it.
I also didn't have any. Well, now that I think about it, because I didn't have any problem with the old fake slide that what's his face pulled off.
Oh, they got outlawed though.
I know it got out.
Yeah,
They changed the rule, but I didn't
because they were going to crush him.
I mean, if you can pull a fake slide off,
dude, the best one was Michael Vick. He did like a spin move
it was
on
Pickett,
his
right?
knee.
That did that.
What?
When it
Pickett?
Kenny?
Yeah, Kenny Pickett.
That was a disgusting move. If you can pull off a fake slide that legit and then make the defender like,
I'm all for it.
yeah,
I'm all for it, man.
athlete. It's part of the game.
So we've talked about the offensive line, both lines, honestly. Seth looked incredible.
All kinds of love from SportsCenter, ESPN, every 24-34, 365, 4 tutties in the air, and a rushing tud.
Yeah, and all that was 71% completion rating, which is a little high.
He's
a little bit high.
And we get him again.
I don't know, it's kind of nutty, right?
Another year.
It's funny though, and I think it's poetic in a sense.
Is it too early for Heisman Hennigan?
I'm not gonna say no.
We need to get the merch out there, Kenneth. Henny for Heis.
Yeah.
Are we going Henny for Heis? Are we going Heisman Henny Goat? Are we going? What are we thinking?
I think we got some time.
Okay. Heisman Henny Goat's a mouthful.
I think we got some time on
Heisman Henny Goat's a mouthful. It's true.
It needs to be like Henny for Heis. I don't know.
I think there's some poetic justice to it because I think if you were to reflect back on last season, a lot of people were yelling, he's regressed. He's not the guy we thought. He was better as a freshman than he is.
Well, I would say even through the first couple of weeks this year.
The first 6 games of this year.
And it's crazy because the dude just blew up the stats, and now he's the all-time leading passer.
All-time with a year to go. Every time that guy completes a pass from here on out, a new record is
setting
set.
records, baby.
Do you think it ever gets passed again?
No. We're never going to.
So hard to do it again because he got 5 years. Or
4 full years. I mean, 1, it's incredible that he started as a true freshman.
Yeah.
2, in NIL and transfer portal, I don't think we're going to have a quarterback this good that plays and stays for all 4 years and is as just committed to the program and all in as Seth Hennigan is.
That sounds super cheesy to say, but it's so true though.
All of these guys,
so true.
All of them coming back.
Kobe Drake
so far.
And
portal closed. This is Tuesday, January 2nd. So portal closes in about 2 hours and 9 minutes. Yep. So we're sitting here at 9:51. Actually, I don't know what time it technically closes. I don't know if it's locally for you, if it's Eastern time. I don't know how they do that.
We'll base off Western.
Okay.
Why not? I don't know what the headquarters of the NCAA is by any
Shuts
means,
down. You got 2 hours left.
It's kind of what I thought. I just don't know.
But I don't know. It speaks volume. I'm excited going into next year. I said in the Discord, Friday to me felt like when you birdie 18 after just this season was mediocre. It was fine. But then we birdied the 18th, and I just want to play another 18 now. I'm calling Natalie. I'm like, hey, what time's dinner? You mind if I get another 18 in?
Maybe just a half.
And now we got to wait 10 months.
Well, I mean,
mediocre though. That's kind of a strong word for this season.
Yeah, I do agree. That is probably not the word I would use, but I do understand.
It was very meh. I mean, you lost to the 3 good teams you played, and
you just beat Iowa State. You beat one of them.
I know. I'm saying that is what has gotten me excited.
Sure,
you beat Boise.
If we had come in and lost by 10 to Iowa State, I don't think that I would be nearly as excited as I am about next year.
I think the issue is we go throughout the season and we forever picture the schedule based off how it was when we played them. Like when we played Boise looked like ass. That's the Mountain West champion. And you look back on it now, you're like, well, they won the Mountain West. The Mountain West may not be that good, but they're still a conference champion. And I don't think
mediocre was probably too harsh.
No, but it's not. But it was just that's a lot of people.
I'm just saying. That Iowa State victory and the way that they did it and how much fun it was, dominating fashion, regardless of you guys saying it got close, gets me a hell of a lot more excited for football season come the fall than I would have been if we'd gone out and lost 36-26. And if Iowa State had beaten us like we just beat them, I would not be ready for football season. And right now I am itching for football again.
Yeah.
And we're 5 days removed.
It's I I think it's going to be a very good offseason for us.
I mean, we legitimately may be the 12th seed in the playoff next year.
It's very possible. I mean, if you look at the schedule, it's outside of Florida State. I mean, you've got.
I don't even with if you're a 12-1 with your only loss at Florida State.
Yeah,
I think we're in.
I think you are in.
You're playing a 5 seed in Oxford and Ole Miss.
And I don't know, because it helps that Cignetti is leaving. It helps that Liberty's losing their quarterback. Like, you have some things that are falling in your favor. And that's kind of the way this season panned out, in my opinion. Like, you had a lot of things go right for you in terms of Cincinnati left, UCF left. There's the red team down there. Houston. What am I going to say their name, dude? Those guys left, and it did pave the way for you.
What's that red team down there?
It did pave the way for Memphis to have a better chance to win it all,
Yeah.
right? Let's be honest. Obviously, dropping the games versus Tulane didn't help. Dropping the game versus why am I going blank today, man?
SMU.
Thank you.
They're gone. So who
I
cares?
know. So you got a lot of things falling in your lap. So
It's very doable,
It's very, very
especially given what we have coming back.
Well,
I'm still interested to see what happens defensive coordinator
yeah,
wise.
you took the words out of my mouth.
It was, by all means, it was a dress rehearsal.
It was a hell of a tryout.
It was a dress rehearsal for old Hankins. You think he's getting it?
It seems hard.
I think it's the way it's going to go.
Here's the issue: is I think the players really.
I didn't have
him.
any problem giving up 450 yards, whatever, through the air. Whatever.
There ain't nothing you can do about that.
Well, you could do something about it.
You could
The
cover
personnel is not great.
Well, that's true. That's what I was going to say. I don't know that it's necessarily schematically an issue. I think it's more of who may be out there. TJ, we held them to 0.
That is absurd.
The two of us had as many rushing yards as the university or as Iowa State.
Just for the first quarter, right? 0 yards rushing.
No,
right?
The
sir. That's the whole game, buddy.
That's 4 hours
The
of
whole
collegiate football.
The
Kenneth.
running back had 4 yards, and the
Sama,
quarterback
the
had
third,
-4.
had rushed for 300 yards in his last football game.
Yeah.
It was like
in knee-deep snow, and we just held him
And everything was a mile long
to
run, it
4
felt like.
rushing yards on 12 attempts. That's a 0.3 yard average.
Absurd.
It's like the Charlotte game with Matt Barnes.
ridiculous.
Guy runs for 0 yards in 4 years at
And then
Charlotte,
had
and then has
1,000
400
rushing
yards
in
against
4
us.
quarters.
Hire
It's a different
Jordan
team,
Hankins,
man.
you get the exact opposite of that.
I will say I don't necessarily think that they should base the hire completely off of this one game.
I'm not saying
No.
that either.
I know you're
go
not.
through the
I just-
process.
I just wanted to get
Find
that
the
out
best
there.
guy. I'm just saying, if that's any indication that's the route they go, I will feel a lot better about it than I have previously said on this show.
They lied to us too, though. They came out and said, "We're not changing up any schemes at all." Before,
Oh yeah, that's a lot.
But that's also what's impressive. I mean, you had 7, 8 practices leading up to
9
that?
full
9, I think it
practices.
was
9 practices, and you were able to implement that and get that kind of result out of it.
The first drive on defense, Jalen Allen was down on his in his rush stance and then hopped up and just dropped back to linebacker. Like, he hasn't done that since
2 years ago.
the sophomore
Since
year. Yeah, like when he
Vietnam.
wore 37. Like, it's been a while.
Since Vietnam?
Yeah, like he was back there as an actual linebacker, standing up and kind of moving around. And
Yeah.
I was like, damn, they're really kind of switching it up on him right now. I mean, I think we saw 4-2-5, 3-3-5, 3-5-3, 4-3, all in that one drive, just bouncing guys around left and right. And I was like, okay, I mean,
And you saw pressure from that front seven that you hadn't seen all
No.
year.
and I
Not
don't
like
know,
that.
I don't know if that is a scheme thing because you had a new coach there, someone else calling something new. Like, I don't know if that was 100% Hankins or if these dudes were like, let's just go out and win one. Like, let's prove we can do it because they had something to prove. Because some of these guys are, Jalen Allen, 5th-year guy. Josh Ellison, 5th-year guy.
I mean, you
Guy
gotta-
who's bounced around. He's played Iowa
You got to
State
give the staff the credit for that, though. How easy would it have
Absolutely.
been for that team? You didn't win you didn't even make the conference championship.
Sure.
You didn't win it. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
So, like, I'm all in. I'm ready for next football season. I'm fired up about it.
I do think that coming into this year, and a lot of people have said this, that there was basically there was no juice. There was no nothing coming into this year's season. Everyone was like, I don't know. You know, Hennigan looks like he's regressed. Rock hasn't showed us anything. This Blankenshmere guy came from Toledo. Though. Like, who the hell is Blake Watson? Like, there was just so much, like, I don't want to say negativity, but there was just no positivity.
Blake Watson ended up being way better than I was anticipating.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
we knew he was capable of 1,000 yards rushing.
Sure.
But he also came in and had like 6 total touchdowns through 4 years of football.
Yeah. It was just, I think no one had any expectations coming into this season. And then now looking back at it, even though you've said yourself, you called it a mediocre year. I know you took it back.
I take it back.
I know, but a lot of people have felt that way.
It was just
A lot of people felt that way. They're like, yeah, it's a whatever year. Like, yeah, you won 9 games before the bowl. You won 9 games, but you didn't play anybody. You
struggled in a lot of those.
toe-to-toe with USF and with Charlotte, with a dude who played. That is the worst quarterback, I think, in college football. The Trexler Abbey guy, and you struggled with him.
And a running back that had never played football in his life.
It was just
ran
wild
for 500
stuff.
yards.
And so I get people's concerns, but looking back on it now, 10 wins that's a lot of wins if you think about it from like a standpoint of Memphis football, right? Get the Mike Norvell undefeated team out of your mind.
Especially,
well, I guess they go undefeated, but you know what I mean?
I mean, obviously the schedules have gotten larger. But it's only happened 5 times, and 4 of which have been since the college football playoff era started.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
You don't know how much it matters, but what are your feelings on Ryan Silverfield being 4-0 in bowl games, technically?
It's good.
I don't know if we count that Hawaii Bowl.
I count it. They're champions.
I think so. Yeah, they would have won it. What are we talking about?
I mean, I would prefer... Well, he's not 4-0 because he lost the Cotton Bowl.
As a head coach,
4-1.
He was
the head coach.
No, that doesn't. Tell me that doesn't count.
TJ, it counts.
It doesn't count.
He coached the game as the head coach in the Cotton Bowl. He is 4.
As
I will give
interim.
him.
It does not count.
I will give him the Hawaii Bowl victory.
But if we give him the Hawaii Bowl victory, we've got to take the
counting.
No, I think they won.
Yes.
I'm looking it up on Wikipedia right now because that's clearly
what. Do you think they don't count it against him?
No.
He was the head coach for the Cotton Bowl.
Yeah, it counts.
He was the interim coach.
It counts.
You clowns.
It counts.
They didn't play the Hawaii Bowl, and he got. If we give him that win,
guys. All right, whatever.
See,
they're counting him against him in the Wikipedia.
I'll take it. Though.
There's an asterisk on it.
I do. I mean, I'm looking forward to that.
There's an asterisk,
but he's on a 4-game win streak. I'll give him that. And I'm looking forward to that win streak continuing next year
for sure
in the playoff.
Could you imagine? Just dream a bit. Just dream a little bit.
I have been dreaming since the final horn sounded on Friday.
They win the AAC. They get picked for the 12th seed in the college football playoffs. They go up against the number 1 seed and beat that ass.
Well, it would be the 5 seed.
Would it be the 5 seed?
So I think the top 4 get buys.
The top 4 get
So that's
buys.
what I was saying.
Right.
It would be a 5 seed like in Ole Miss, and we're going to Oxford. Oh, I'm all over it.
Dude.
All over it.
Oh.
Can you imagine?
I'm getting chills in my arms thinking about
Somebody tweeted that at me. The name I can't think of off the top of my head, but that's a real scenario. Ole Miss isn't winning the SEC, right? The SEC champion's going to be
They're damn good though next year.
I know, so they could legitimately be an at-large 5, and we're the 12, and we're going to Oxford for a playoff game.
That'd be pretty nutty.
Oh,
what a gross stadium to have to play
or
a playoff game.
It'd be like Tennessee. Well, Tennessee has a year, ends up 5. It's always their year next year.
Next year's their year, though.
Hey, the Nico, I'm a Leva guy.
Just
I don't butchered that last name.
They look, I'm a Leva. They look good.
He looked much better than freaking Milton.
All right. Before we get to next year, we got to close out this year. TJ and I, if you go back to August, if you haven't already, you can go back and watch it just to double check and score us. We did superlatives for the 2nd year in a row. I went back and tallied them up. We started with rushing yards. Who will have the most rushing yards? TJ and I both said Blake Watson. We were both correct. That's a point each.
Sure.
1-1. Second was, will there be a 1,000-yard rusher? We both said yes. 2-2. Blake ended up with 1,152 yards.
How about to lose a contact over here, dude? My bad.
This is where the streak stops. Most receiving yards. TJ, do you remember who you picked?
It's not the right answer.
TJ picked Joe Skates.
Not even close.
I had faith, guys. I had faith.
Going back and watching this was really funny. We had zero faith in Rock, supposedly.
He hadn't shown us anything.
I picked Demir. Rock was the leading receiver. Yeah. Will we have a 1,000-yard receiver? We both said no. Yes, we did. Rock had 1,083 yards.
Let's go, Rock.
I know. Sorry, Rock, for not believing in you. Damn glad you're coming back, though. Looking forward to next year.
Hey, we will both bet you have 1,000 yards next year.
Yep.
Next year, I can promise you there is some locks in here.
We know what to say for next season.
He just needs to let a naysayer know.
Dude.
Wow.
I couldn't even get it out without laughing.
The funniest clip I've ever seen in my entire life. All right, go ahead.
What a great moment in television history.
You're not lying.
All right.
By the way, we are not allowed to say naysayer. We have to say naysaya.
Naysaya. What is it? Lank?
Lank. Let a naysaya.
Did you know that before yesterday?
No, I'd never even heard of
I'd never had heard that either.
It's absolutely made up.
No, I know. I'm just saying I didn't know that he even had his own clothing line. Like I've watched plenty of Alabama games. My father-in-law's a huge Alabama. Like I'd never heard that once mentioned. I didn't know that was a thing.
I want to see the wide shot of that where Reese is talking and he's like, LANK, the acronym, which stands for and then like I want to see
them
everybody be like like brace themselves for it because like even Des Howard
Pat, like,
and Joey was it Joey Galloway?
Yeah, Joey Galloway.
Joey Galloway were both like, whoa.
And then when Pat
I love that he
interrupted,
called it out.
Real tight in here.
When he interrupted that whole spiel,
so good.
Oh God,
he saved ESPN. I'll say it.
Yes, he did.
So many people hate him.
I don't know.
They're
why.
losers if they hate that
like
dude.
old school. They just get off my line. They don't.
Yeah,
line.
he is
They
very
don't
different
like him
from
at
what
all.
they know.
Let that man cook,
It's
man.
so good.
He is very entertaining. If that's what you're looking for.
All right. Most points scored. We will score the most points against whom? TJ said USF, 55 points. I said Charlotte, 52. Do you know the correct answer off the top of your head?
I don't.
TJ, you won.
Hey.
And you were damn close. USF, we had 59. The funniest part is you had originally said 59 points and you changed it to 55 for some reason. So TJ takes the lead 3-2. Who will be offensive MVP? TJ said Blake Watson. I said Seth. Kenny, we're going to let you decide who the offensive MVP was.
Quarterback's such a cop-out answer.
I am going to insert the video to show you who my offensive MVP is.
Damn, do you got those kind of skills?
Right here.
When you hold time of 0 yards.
My pick is Seth Hennigan.
Boom. 3-3.
I don't even know where to point on the screen.
Now we get defensive. Most tackles. You remember who you picked?
The wrong answer.
TJ said Simeon. I said Jeff. We were both wrong, and we have little faith in Chandler Martin.
We didn't know.
Ended up with 94.
Jesus.
I will say, TJ, we picked 2 and 3 accurately. Jeff was second on the team with 79, and Simeon had 63. First takeaway for the Tigers this year, TJ picked Davion Ross. I said Jalen Allen. We were both very wrong.
Very wrong.
DJ Bell.
Doesn't even count. My guy
No.
died, and he's gone.
Nut puncher Andres Fox with the fumble recovery against Bethune in the first game was the first takeaway.
I'm kidding. Davion Ross did not die.
He did not die. He'll come back.
He is back.
He was practicing.
Yeah.
Most interceptions on the year. TJ, I did not remember that you said this, but you did pick Chandler Martin.
I know, and it was more of just a BS answer.
You were not far off.
Yeah, it was more of a BS answer. I can't even act like I
because he did come in second. and I picked Greg Rubin, who didn't have a single pick on the year.
It was DJ.
No.
Cam
Smith.
Cam
who
Smith,
is no longer with us.
Who could have had probably 9 more if he had.
Yes, he could have probably not just led the Tigers, but the nation in interceptions had he caught, I don't know, even half of the
half of the ones that fell out of his
Tulane.
hands. Yeah.
So we're still sitting at 3. No,
I have 3 at least.
yeah, 3 and 3. Most forced fumbles. TJ said Jeff. I said Chandler. Kenny, you jumped in on this one and said Cremonte. We had a 3-way tie. Chandler, Jeff, and Bryce Edmondson all forced 2 fumbles.
Bryce Edmondson. Was it on special teams?
Statistically, he had 2 forced fumbles. I think he had one.
I don't know that we have seen him all year.
He's been special teams guy the whole year.
I'm just telling you. He's got 2 forced fumbles on ESPN.
Wow. Okay.
Interesting. Nice job, Bryce.
So we'll go 4 to 4. We both got one there.
We definitely thought Bryce Edmondson was going to play a lot more
Yeah.
some of the year, and that did not happen.
All right. Fewest points allowed.
I mean,
TJ said Navy would score 10.
They scored more than that.
I said UAB would score 9.
They scored more than that.
TJ actually initially said Navy for 21 or 24, which is whatever they had. The funny part is we both said we hoped that it was A-State, but neither one of us picked it, and it was A-State who scored 3 points.
Yep.
Defensive MVP, TJ said Jalen. I said Jeff, and it is very clearly, I'm not going to Kenny with this one. It's very clearly
I think we know
Chandler
maybe.
Martin.
Oh, you think it was Chandler?
Yeah.
It's Chandler Martin. It's Chandler Martin.
Yeah.
Kenneth.
He's pretty good.
It's going to be Chandler Martin this year.
It is.
Pretty good. Pretty good at the football.
It's Chandler Martin.
Hey, guys, it's Chandler Martin.
The joke is Chandler Martin likes ASMR.
He doesn't like it. He has a channel.
He does have it. Go follow
likes
Chandler Martin, ASMR. It's on YouTube.
It's awesome.
If you're into ASMR, you do you.
Or don't follow it.
Or don't, yeah.
Will the Tigers record a safety? We both said no. The answer is no. Will the Tigers get a special team tutty? We both said yes.
They did.
And they did,
Yeah.
but not in the fashion that we both predicted.
That doesn't matter.
I know it doesn't matter. So it's 5-5. TJ said
Was
yes.
that the Jeffrey Canton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Field goal block.
Was that the only one they got all
yes,
year?
the only special teams.
Let's go, Big Jeff.
Yeah. TJ said yes, but said that it would be a punt return. I said yes, but a kickoff return. Neither of which happened. But although Sutton got
He got very close.
damn close.
Yes, he did.
On a kickoff return.
He'll get one next year if he returns kicks.
Longest field goal. This was closer than it should have been because
We were operating on a different.
this has happened every year that we've done this now. TJ and I picked the longest field goal, and we have picked the wrong kicker every time because the kicker gets hurt. TJ said 53 yards and said that it would be Seth Morgan. I said 50, and that would be Seth Morgan.
It was 49.
49, and it was Tanner Gillis.
in Iowa State.
But Seth Morgan kicked a 48-yarder. So it was very close. Seth really almost had it, even though he only played like 3 games.
Have we ever figured out what happened to him?
Oh, are we allowed to say that?
I've heard things.
Yeah, I don't know if we're allowed to say that.
He's not with us anymore.
No, he's not with us.
I mean, did he?
I was told.
Did he punt a football with no cleats on?
I was told that he had
maybe.
some sort of. He thought that he had a foot injury, but was cleared by our staff. Did not believe them, so he ended up going to a doctor back home and got surgery that took him out for the rest of the year.
I don't think he was with the team all year.
Yeah.
After that,
I don't think he ever came back.
Oh wow!
That's what we had heard.
what are you gonna do?
Whether or not that's true, I don't know. So we are. I don't know who gets that. I don't think either one of us gets it because listening back, Kenny said whoever is closest without going over, we both were over. Even though I was over by a half a yard.
It doesn't count.
It's still 4-4, right?
It is 4-4,
5-5.
5-5.
5-5.
Oh, because we got the special teams study.
Yep.
It all comes down to this, the very last one. Regular season win total.
Oh,
TJ, do you know what you picked?
9.
he picked 9,
Which
and
is
you
correct.
picked 10.
And I picked 10.
Yeah.
And TJ wins.
I was thinking about that just now. I was like, I can't remember if it was regular season or
6-5. I know. I didn't remember either. I had to go back and watch it. And we said regular season.
Let's go, TJ.
TJ sneaks
That's 2 years
out.
in a row, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
That is 2 years. Although last year he destroyed me because part of that I tried to do separate answers. If he would pick like special teams study, if he said yes, I would have said no. But this year I didn't do that to try to actually win, and he still got me.
All right.
So cheers to Tej.
Cheers to me. Cheers to me and my malt liquor
And
man. No
your
doubt
big
about
ass
it.
certified truck liquor.
Big ass truck.
All right, portal wise, TJ, what's happened?
Oh, I got to think for this one.
Not even portal. Also, high school.
A bunch of nobodies.
All right. Keondae Henry?
What are you saying?
Wow.
Keondae Henry, right?
What are you talking about? We're talking about the portal.
What are you doing? He said and high school.
So we've had a couple portal entries. We got Austin Smith. He doesn't even go here.
Never knew ya.
Bull Hargrove. He doesn't even go here.
Never saw ya.
By the way, I don't think, did we talk about that one? I think I skipped it.
What?
We picked who would have the most rushing tutties.
Did we pick Bull Hargrove?
Oh, no.
We thought he would be Brandon Thomas, that power back guy.
The funniest, we both were like, I want to say Brandon Thomas so much, but he's just been hurt. Like, I just can't trust it.
Sure.
And Kenny talked us both into picking Bull.
I talked you into it.
Yeah, go back and listen.
That sounds
You did. You sure did.
Okay. My bad. My apologies.
You sure did.
Take one out of my
I think he got one. Didn't he get one in the first game or second?
He
game?
never played,
Don't
did
let me
he?
lie to you.
He played one game for sure. I'm pretty sure he got one tud.
You look that up. Trevor Walton, DB out of Horn Lake. This one kind of hurts me personally because I thought he could be something for us. Trevor Walton, he's a freshman.
Interesting.
And then Christian Carter, we barely knew ye. I think we got about 2 or 3 games the first half of the year out of him. And he showed some promise. I think he was a Pittsburgh State like D2 guy. But
we interrupt this programming to let you know that Bulls scored against Arkansas State. That was the last. It was the last run of the game.
Oh yes.
I do remember that one now. I forgot that was
Everybody's
That's what gave me hope that he would actually score the most rushing touchdowns.
because that was right after Tevin had thrown that touchdown to
Dustin.
Yeah.
Destin Thomas. Is it Destin or Dustin?
Destin.
Destun. Destin. And then they called it back, and then Bull ran for the touchdown, and Ryan had to apologize after the game. Remember?
Yeah.
Win with class, guys. Win with class.
Blake had 14 tutties.
Also, Jordan Greer was a safety who we added. He is out of Indiana. Is that where I think he came from Indiana.
To be honest, clear out the entire secondary besides Davion.
Yeah, that's probably fair. I would have liked to have Smith back.
Joel Williams went into the transfer portal.
Yeah, Joel, we barely knew Yee too. We saw him a lot last year.
hardly
And just
knew
he
Yee.
could not get on the field this year. And I thought that was real weird that the fact that they moved Greg Rubin to safety and we barely really saw him outside of the we saw him sporadically. But Joel Williams, he was just behind Simeon Blair. In a nice chance, Simeon. He just never really had a chance to
And
get on the field.
do we know, have we had any confirmation on Julian Barnett?
He was hurt. So they say.
What's new?
Regardless, the portal's closed now until April, so
Got you.
he's got a chance to kind of bounce back. We'll see what happens with
Julian's
him.
been hurt every year.
Yeah, he has. I think he's kind of had a rough go at it, though, because he was highly rated in high school, but that was at wide receiver, right? So I think when he got here, we thought of him as, Julian Barnett, this 4-star DB, but in reality, he was Julian Barnett, the 4-star wideout that moved to DB.
Yeah. That couldn't stay he couldn't stay on the field.
Yeah, for whatever you want to think of why he just was flip positions at Michigan State. He flipped from wide receiver to DB. He's got great size. I really thought he would be a safety more than a corner.
Couldn't tackle a damn
so
mongoose coming out of the backfield.
I don't know that I could tackle a
couldn't
mongoose.
tackle a damn mongoose. Ricky Tikki Tavi.
Ricky Rigger.
You guys remember Ricky Tikki Tavi, dude?
I do.
As a mongoose.
Yeah. Wow.
All right, Jordan Greer, we talked about at safety, Indiana, played at the same high school as Josh White. We recruited him out of high school, I think, like a year ago.
Josh White's not leaving, right?
Has no reason to.
Let's go.
So We'll see.
Trench Baby's coming back. That's
Yes.
big news.
Trench is back, baby.
I want to see Trench Baby a lot next year.
Yeah, I mean, there are definitely some guys that have promise on that defensive line. I think Whitlow, the defensive line in general, I think was like some absurd number of sacks, pressures on the quarterback in this last game. In the last game.
It's like 5 sacks for the year is horrendous.
No, that's
Timothy,
horrendous.
and that's not correct.
Whitlow,
They only had 9
Whitlow's coming back.
What for the year?
for the year, right?
No,
9 sacks on the
total
year.
sacks is the whole. No,
That's probably not too far off. I would have said
I'm
like
saying
15.
I think it's 9.
15 max would be my answer.
I thought 2 weeks ago when we talked about it, it was 12, and 3 of them were.
they had 23 sacks.
Wow, that's more than I
That's
thought.
way more than I thought.
Who had the most? Was it a DB? Was it Greg Rubin or something like that?
He was second with 2.5.
Yeah, I knew that because they blitzed that
was-
safety position a
It
lot.
was Chandler.
Chandler.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. I don't know. Duh. All right.
From the DL, it was a tie between Whitlow, Carmonte, Jalen, Spears.
Spears
Bear.
got a lot.
They all
early
had
on.
2.
Yeah.
I thought Jara was going to. I can't wait to see Jara next year.
He had a sack and a half.
Yep.
Trench Baby had a sack and a half. Andres Fox had 2 nut punches in the second half.
Andres is going, right?
Yeah. He's fifth year. Yeah.
He's like 33.
Yeah. All right. Anything else
Still,
football
still
before we take a
nut
break?
punching people.
That's it. Let's take a big ass truck break. We'll be back to talk a little hoops, hardwood,
Hardwood. I like it.
and whether or not Nae'Qwan is ruining the chemistry within the program.
Yeah, get out of here, man. It's trash. I'm not going to break until you end it with something better than that. End it with something better.
We'll be right back. We love you.
Is this the best University of
Yes.
Memphis basketball team in 15 years?
Oh,
You thought I was going Penny Hardaway era?
I would say yes.
I would say yes, too.
And definitely in the Penny Hardaway. I thought you were going Penny Hardaway.
I
but,
don't know, man.
I don't know.
What
I mean,
was it,
this is
That
it's
Will
kind
Barton
of tough.
4 Kings team.
That's kind of tough, though, because I don't know, because I wonder about the upside of this particular team when we get to a tournament situation.
Yeah.
I think that's a wait and see. That's an incomplete.
I think so.
I agree.
That's an
I
incomplete.
agree. I agree.
But I'm leaning yes based on the way they have managed this out of conference schedule, because this is nuts. The fact that we're debating
that's what I was gonna
that
say.
sort of shows
Right.
what,
Where this team
what
is
the
at.
ceiling of this team could potentially be, and it's exciting as hell. Don't hide your excitement. If you're a Memphis fan out there, don't hide your excitement.
The fact that you can even have an argument or debate on if this is the best team in the last 15 years shows you all you need to know about what this team is.
Tune in to On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
I also see the game a little bit differently than everybody else. Like I don't put a lot of, I guess because when you're a journeyman role guy like myself in the league, the feeling side of it, I don't really get wrapped up in that.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times we get too many people, the feelings get so wrapped like you're doing something to somebody, like it's personal. And this is a business, bro.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And that's the mindset I try to tell all these young guys when you come in. The sport of basketball stops once you become a pro.
Yeah.
It becomes the business of
wow.
basketball.
Yeah.
Make sure that you got guaranteed contracts. That's what I tell everybody. Don't get wrapped up on this team that's on the front, because this can change. You just want to make sure that this Jerry West logo, I got this little Nike. You want to make sure that Jerry West is on your jersey.
And there's not an iron on.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Exactly. That is sold in.
Yeah.
That's what you have on you. And if you can keep that mindset, then you can, all of the outside bullshit, you won't even worry about what this person said about him. People look at me and say, I had to do 5'10", play 12 years in the NBA. Wasn't no big time scorer. Dude just was a good guy that played on his team. His teammates knew that he was going to be there for him. I wanted the next guy to be just as good. I wanted him to eat. What was my role going to be on that team? And then in the summertime, I go kick on people's ass in the summer. Yeah. And people always say, man, why you don't do this when you go back to the league? They don't ask me to do this.
Right. You doing what's keeping that logo on your chest.
I'm doing what's keeping this logo right here. And then when I come in the summer, we're going to get it in. That keeps my juices flowing until the next time.
That's what's up, man.
Tune in to The Anthony Sane Show Wednesdays and Fridays at 12 p.m. weekly on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Delilah. We're back.
That was so beautiful.
Wasn't?
Yes.
Timothy, what do you want me to say? Go ahead and say it.
Are you trying to be me from 2 weeks
Yes.
ago?
You jackass.
It's hard to watch yourself on film. How much is Nae'Qwan messing up our chemistry?
He's not.
If you don't get, hold on.
I'm gonna.
Hold
How do I
on.
make this microphone hit
I'm
Trey?
going to
Sorry if
mute
that was not
TJ.
that
I'm going
fast.
to mute Trey for just a little bit.
How much is American Conference honor roll player of the week? Nae'Qwan Tomlin, who had 15 and 15 against Austin P, hurting our team chemistry.
Trey is saying this.
Is it a coincidence that we've played like dog shit the last 2 games since he started playing?
No.
Oh, my gosh.
No, it has literally nothing to do with him.
I'm so tired of Trey.
Nothing to do with
Then
him.
it would be a coincidence.
I'm turning
It
his
is a
light
coincidence.
off.
I know.
You just said it's no.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed that part where you were saying, but no, it has nothing to do with him. It's the way of the penny, in my opinion.
He said the way of the penny.
It just is. Like
of
we've
the
seen, how many
penny.
years in a row have we seen this where you have a team?
Oh, I'm sorry. They beat him by 11.
No.
We beat
I am
maybe
on
the
team-
worst
Kenny, we are on
Vanderbilt
the same
team
page.
in the history of college basketball.
Say that one more time.
We beat the worst Vanderbilt team in the history of Vanderbilt. I don't know when that school started. By 2 points.
You won. That's all that matters.
Barely.
You could be Arizona.
You could be Arizona and lose every game.
Dropping games
You could
to
be FAU and losing to Florida Gulf
Stank A,
Coast and
Stanford.
Bryant. You could be Arkansas, an SEC team,
this is the
losing
thing,
to.
is you're winning.
You're winning, bro.
You're winning.
Except for we didn't beat Ole Miss.
That's
Oh my God.
very true.
You were such
Very
a Tiger
true.
fan. We didn't beat them by enough. We're.
All I'm saying
I would have really liked the win versus Ole Miss because it would look pretty damn good.
Yes,
right now.
it would.
is metrics matter. It's not going to look good come March because they're
Sure.
about to go 5 and
Sure.
12.
No, I will meet you two in the middle.
He is
For those that don't know, Trey is team metrics.
Trey is super
I'm not-
skating pretty close to that
No.
word that I told him if he used, I was going to throw something at his head.
And Kenny is team win.
we'll get
and I'm
there.
right in the middle of them.
Look, I get both sides. You win every game by 1, you're a national champion.
100%.
But in order to make that path to a national championship a little bit more in your favor, it helps metrically to beat the dog piss out of the teams you're supposed to beat the dog piss out of.
What is it?
Does it?
Because
Because
all we're doing is
What?
falling down the net.
this dude's big ass truck certified. Kenny told Trey if he used the word net, he was going to throw something at him. And he
And he
did.
threw the softest microphone cover in the world at me.
you
I
got
didn't
what
know
you
what
got.
it looked like a brick. I thought I was about to be Home Alone 2, New York City.
Suck brick, kid. We're off the rocker at this point.
I'm kidding. I will say the last 2 games have been disappointing, to say the least.
Sure.
I expected against Austin P because it was Christmas break and they'd been gone. You hadn't played in a week. You're going to be rusty.
Wait,
Whatever. The thing that frustrates me is they turned it on and got up like 16 with 3 minutes left, 2
We've
minutes
talked about
left.
this before, though.
And then Penny emptied the bench
Yes.
out like it was. That's all I'm saying is like, just, you got to know. Just keep your guys in. Win by 20. Why are you putting people in? They immediately went on like an 8.
You think
10-0
Penny
run.
gives 1-0?
That's my problem.
F's
Yeah.
about
you
the-
have to.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
You don't have to.
You don't have
You
to.
don't have to.
You do.
That is
It-
for the nerds out there
It's
and
not.
that
They use that shit for seeding. It
does
matters.
help you. It does help. I agree. But you don't have
The
to.
tournament is all about matchups and seeding.
As long as you win, it doesn't matter. Yes.
If we don't get a freaking Tigers Untapped hashtag metrics matter merch shirt out, I'm gonna flip out.
it is January 2nd. It is too damn early to be worrying about those metrics to me.
Yes.
It's not.
It
Who
is.
cares
Like,
what Bart
you've
Torvik
got-
says about?
There's a certain window of our out of conference schedule that we play.
How do you dare you disparage the sausage maker like that?
That is very true. We will fight you over, Bart.
My apologies.
You got that non-conference window that we started off with, and then you got some dud in the middle, and then you got dud of conference until you play FAU, and that's about it. And SMU.
Okay,
SMU as well.
all I'm telling you, I get it. 11-2. Kenny was right. We won 6 straight, like he said we would.
Yeah, you just walked right into that one. I was not
because
going to
he's
mention that.
filthy, filthy fortune teller.
Let me tell y'all, I should be in Las Vegas, honestly, because
I told you. Las Vegas.
I told y'all.
Kenny should have seen the parlay I hit yesterday.
Have we recorded since the Virginia game?
Yes.
Yeah.
We haven't. Y'all didn't record after Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt
and
was,
Okay.
Yeah.
I had to think about it. I was like, what game did we miss?
Yeah. It was Vandy.
Yeah.
All I'm saying, every other team in the country, basically, in a good league. I'm not talking one bid leagues. I'm talking anybody that's behind you. Michigan, Arkansas, all those teams. Villanova, Mississippi. Mississippi's that doesn't count. They've had a good out of conference, 13-0. We can't go through this shit conference beating teams by 5 points that we should beat by 20. At this point in time.
Why not?
Because we don't have the opportunities at quad ones and everything that all those other teams do. Right? Like
You got 3.
you have right now you have 3 because SMU somehow is 47th or something. I'm not going to say it because I'm going to get something thrown at me, but they're 47th in that ranking thing.
And what ranking thing?
It's the one that matters.
Which one is it?
The 10. Yeah, you got 3. The FAU game. Although if FAU keeps dropping games to teams that are sub 250,
Who would you rather be right now,
not
Memphis or FAU?
Memphis.
Would you rather be the Owls Untapped?
It's Memphis, without a doubt.
no. Does this look like a Harry Potter podcast?
Exactly.
Hedgewig Untapped?
Hedgewig Untapped.
I mean, Memphis. FAU's stupid. I don't care about FAU. I'm just saying, just beat teams by a lot, please.
Yeah, I mean, like winning by a lot for sure helps.
You have a good opportunity on Thursday night with Tulsa. 180th in Ken Palm. Just win by dub dig.
It definitely helps.
It's an away game,
Right, but I don't think that Memphis is going to be punished.
You know what happened last time we went down there as a ranked team?
Got beat by 40.
To Tulane. Yeah,
We
got
set
smoked.
literally an NCAA record.
Yep.
I'm not allowed to talk about Tulane
For a top
basketball.
10
You guys
team.
get mad at me every time I talk about
If you say anything about Tulane, about them being,
Why are you bringing Tulane up? We're
we're
playing
talking
Tulsa.
Tulsa.
Oh,
right
I
now.
thought he was talking about Tulane. Sorry.
No.
We lost by 40 as a
40.
ranked team.
The worst ever loss.
But
by-
that was Frank Haith's Tulsa team. That ain't no
doesn't
Frank
matter.
Haith there anymore.
They were terrible.
Clearly not.
Terrible. Let's go look at it.
Anyway,
They were 120th.
that's not bad.
No.
That's not bad.
No, that's the wrong one. Wrong year.
They're terrible.
They were 80th.
Sitting right outside
They
the
were
top
80th.
100.
They were 80th.
Yeah. That's good.
They were 100 spots better than this current Tulsa team. They weren't good. That was the end of the year rankings. I wonder what they were going into the game.
Sure. Let's let it be known that I do think that Memphis needs to do everything they can to win by double digits if it's possible. Right? I think Penny taking everybody out the other day was just it's a Pennyism. I feel like it's something he does often. Someone will get hot, he pulls that guy out to give him a breather. I'm like, this dude is literally cooking.
Typically, it's a first
and
half
he pulls
thing.
somebody out.
The rotation shortens in the second half a lot.
I know. It's just frustrating. And I looked at
But I mean,
him
I think you
pulling
have,
everybody as a Pennyism. It's just kind of what he does for whatever reason.
I don't know. You see people say it all the time. It's like play your best 8, get up a big lead, and then those guys can play at the end.
Yeah.
Well, we kind of do the reverse of that.
Sure.
I don't know. Whatever. Maybe it pays off in the long run. Who knows?
SMU coming to town right after that.
Yeah, surprisingly, they are. I mean, do you call it ahead of schedule?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I mean, sitting at 49th in Ken Palm.
They're not a bad team.
They're not
No, they're
at
definitely
all.
not a
I
bad
mean, you're projected. They don't play at all this. They played tonight. They beat Charlotte by 12 at home.
Charlotte's dog water. They're not good.
Charlotte is
They're
terrible.
fine. They're
Charlotte?
127.
No, you're talking about SMU.
No, I'm talking about Charlotte.
Oh,
They're way better than Tulsa.
no, they're not good.
They're
Charlotte's not
60
good.
spots better than.
Don't pay attention to that, dude.
They're not a good team. I've seen them play. They're terrible.
I watched them play not that long ago. They were not good. I don't even remember who they played.
Interesting of note, we're talking about SMU. They don't have a single win over a team that's within the top 100 in Ken Palm.
Okay, just win, baby.
And that is the very reason why the ranking that shall not be named is bullshit. Because
because they're right behind us.
Because they're right behind us and they haven't won a game against a team.
It is.
It's bullshit. It doesn't matter right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's just trash.
I think you need so this replaced the RPI, right?
Yeah.
Which was literally only a rating of your winning percentage, basically. So, like, as long as you won the game and you beat a team that was winning games, and their teams that they were beating were winning games, like, you were high in the RPI. Like, I think, I don't know what we're at right now, but at one point we were like third in the RPI rankings, if they were still around.
So SMU's,
you need like a happy medium of the net and the RPI.
Their claim to fame is being 8-0 in quad 3 and 4 wins.
Yeah. See, it's stupid. Right now, if the net was still around, we would be fourth.
Or the RPI.
Sorry, the RPI.
Yeah.
Which is damn good. I mean, I feel like that's more accurate than 40th.
I mean,
I think what the net did was too far the opposite direction. Obviously, you want to incorporate how well the team played. Mm-hmm. But I think it took too much emphasis off of who you beat. Or who you're like winning the game is what matters, like you guys talked about.
I do think it's interesting that,
but we're getting punished for beating Austin Peay by 11 as opposed to 9 more points.
I think it's interesting that Memphis is currently 2-2 in quad 1, 5-0 in quad 2. They have not played a quad 3, and they're 4-0 in quad 2. And I'm throwing a lot of numbers at you, but very similarly, Baylor sitting at 19, while Memphis is at 40th, with essentially the exact same resume.
I know, but what that's not showing you is I guarantee you Baylor crushed those quad 4 teams. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, I don't know that to be true.
I don't know it off the top. I'm just saying that's what the difference would be. It's not. That's what you can't just look at the quad and the victories. It's also how much did you win by, right? Like how well did you play in those games?
Yeah, but and then
that's where we're getting hurt.
I don't know if it's getting hurt.
It is. I mean, we beat Vanderbilt, but we dropped because we only won by 2.
But it's also
we beat
January,
Austin
so who
Peay,
fucking
but we
cares?
dropped.
Who freaking cares? Sorry to Betty. I know you're listening.
Sorry,
Betty. I'm apologizing to Trey's mom. Oh. Who cares that it's January, dude? We have so much time.
She will wash her mouth out with soap.
Wash your mouth out with soap.
She's done it to me. That's why.
Sorry, Betty.
Look, I apologize. I caught myself. Who cares? It is January 2nd. Like we are just the tip into January right now.
I get it.
Like I don't care about the metrics. Right now I don't.
But the higher we are right now, the better would be. I mean, we're whatever.
Have you ever heard of John Brown? I
matter.
sure haven't.
Is there a pie scale that tells us what percentage of impact, like emphasis they put on?
I mean, you can look up what the formula is. They have it on their like official site where it's explained, but I don't know that it gives you the actual like, right? Like it's their thing. They're not going to give you the formula. What?
Looking at Baylor's schedule, they played some college named John Brown. I don't know what that. It sounds like a guy.
It's a one-man show, but they probably
beat
him by
one
40.
guy by 26 points.
Yeah, see.
But they also this is where it gets ridiculous because Memphis hasn't played. Memphis's quad 4 games are not as bad as these teams. Like Northwestern State, they beat by 51.
See, and we probably beat our quad 4 team.
Mississippi Valley State. What do you think Memphis would beat Mississippi Valley State by?
11.
Stop it. Stop it.
So wild.
They scored 48 points. Mississippi Valley State.
You're so
You know what
wild.
Baylor scored? 107.
You're so crazy.
Okay.
There's a 60-point difference there.
We should have done the same thing.
No,
Austin
to
Peay?
whom? To whom?
Austin Peay is a better team than Mississippi Valley State.
Pull up.
Okay, you don't have to win by 60, but win by 20.
Pull up your boy Ken Palm. Where is Mississippi Valley State sitting on that? I bet it's a hard scroll to the bottom. A pretty hard scroll.
And now here's the funny part about this whole conversation.
60-point game,
362.
362? That's the number. That's the max. That's literally the floor of Ken Palm.
They haven't won a game.
And they're better than Austin Peay.
And who's Memphis's worst win?
Austin Peay.
No, our worst one's Vandy.
Okay, where's
Vandy
Vandy?
was worse than Austin Peay.
Where's Vandy on that? Control F. I don't know. I don't even have Ken Palm pulled up. I'm over here trying to do it.
They're 208 now. They were 235 when we played them.
Yeah. Okay. This is my problem with the net, though. They smoked a team, but that is the worst team in college basketball. Helen Keller could put together a better
you
team.
picked out. Well, I'm just telling you. That's
I'm
why.
just using Baylor because they had a similar resume. My point is the net is dumb to look at right now.
And all I'm telling you is, they beat them, but they're getting credit for beating them by 60.
That makes no sense.
I didn't say it made sense. I'm just telling you.
Who? Northwestern State. Where's that one at? Were they on here? Oh, 359. Congrats. The third worst team in all of college basketball. And Baylor's getting bonus points.
And this is
for it.
Baylor playing them?
Yes.
Man, get out of my face, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like my problem with it all, and I get what you're saying, because it does affect the seeding. Like that is 100% what they use. The committee looks at it, they love it. I don't know why, because Baylor shouldn't get bonus points for smacking around the school of the blind. But at the same time, Memphis is winning.
Okay, Nicholls State, who is the equivalent of Vandy, basically. Baylor beat 108-70.
It's one game.
Okay.
It's one.
I'm just telling you.
I understand, but
That's exactly what I said. Their quad 4 games, they won by an average of 50 points.
And Memphis beat Virginia by
we've-
23.
Yes,
We've won by an average of 11.
Let's look at the. We're not going to sit here and do this all damn night, but look at it in terms of who has Baylor played. There's a quad 1 win, and how many points have they won by? Have they beat?
They beat Auburn
ranked
by
teams?
6.
Have they beat 3 ranked
Beat
teams?
Florida by 4.
2 ranked teams, whatever it is. A&M, Clemson.
They won 3
Virginia.
ranked games in a row.
Yeah, like
Texas A&M, Clemson, and Virginia.
absurd. It's an absurd thing what Memphis is doing right now, and I do think it's ridiculous that they're getting quote unquote punished for only beating Vanderbilt by 2.
I just made a wish on that eyelash that we
That's
would
a good
stop
idea.
talking about the net.
All right, here's where we'll go with this.
Right now, dude.
Here's where we'll go with this. I think the freakouts about the net are dumb, but it is legitimate to say the Tigers have a lot to work on.
Yeah,
They have a lot to work on.
And I don't disagree that the net is dumb and that the conversations are dumb. The only reason I talk about it is because the committee supposedly uses it
In March.
Okay, and all I'm saying is you can't continue to beat low-level teams by that.
You don't have that many
We're going to
left.
continue to drop.
You don't have that many left.
Many what? Low level?
Yeah.
Our entire conference is low level.
Is it?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Okay. Who's the worst team in our conference?
Charlotte. No, UTSA. UTSA.
What do you mean, Teej?
We're talking about teams that are in the lower.
I
You're
know.
talking about 300s.
The bottom
No.
3
Right.
teams in all of college basketball we were just comparing to.
I'm not
And
talking about the bottom 3 teams. I'm just saying,
UTSA at 291 is probably going to be the worst. I could not fathom getting lower than that.
Where's Charlotte at?
I think Trey just said they were good at like 127 something.
Yeah.
127. We'll talk about this when Memphis plays UTSA because that's coming up.
It's coming up in 2 games, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll talk after that. If they struggle to beat UTSA and they win by 1 or 2,
We'll have
I'm going to say I don't care because they won.
Right.
But B, we can have the conversation of, let's see what it looks like then.
You're projected to win that one by 24. That's what you need to do. That's all I'm saying.
I hate that. I hate that.
You can hate
if
it all
Memphis
you want. I'm
doesn't
just
win by
telling you.
24, everyone's going to be mad. It's dumb. You got to win,
I
dude.
don't think everybody's going to be mad.
You just get the win. Always.
They're
if
mad
Memphis
over an
is
11
favored by
11 point
20
win
something,
over Austin P. You don't think they get mad over a not beating Charlotte by 24?
First of all, they're going to smack UTSA.
Yes.
Personally.
Or UTSA by 24. They're mad over a double-digit win.
Yeah, they're mad because we drop in the net. I'm just telling you why we're dropping in the net.
Yeah, I just think it's too early to have that conversation with the net. And I get both sides. Trust me, I do. I just think it's too early to talk about it. Moving on.
If the net is out, it's not too early to talk about it. It's out.
Baylor's played 1 ranked team, and it was Duke, and they lost.
Is Auburn not ranked?
No.
Oh, I guess they weren't ranked when they
No.
They're not ranked now.
played. Yeah,
No. No.
really. I didn't realize Auburn wasn't getting any respect.
They're not very good.
What? Did they lose a game recently? They've been good.
This is the Auburn Tiger podcast. Shut your mouth, dude.
It's Tigers and Tigers. We didn't say which Tigers. Talk about all Tigers.
Missouri.
You got caught up there.
Talk about Auburn.
So we got Tulsa. We talked about that. That's a dub. SMU, we briefly talked about that. I do think that's actually going to be a really good game because they have looked good. I know they haven't played anybody, and we've kind of talked about that as well. But that's the Kendrick Davis Memorial game.
Oh, I need to make a correction. Auburn is ranked 25th now.
Thank you.
As opposed to yesterday? No, today's not Monday, despite my brain.
Thank you. Come again. All right, we got 2 this week. Tulsa, we already have talked about 180 in Kempon. Projected to win by 11. Not going to talk about it. 83% chance to win. Need to win by 11, though. And then Saturday. No, Sunday.
Sunday. Monster truck
The
rally.
SMU Mustangs roll into town for the last time.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. I get what you're saying now.
I don't know that that's
Maybe.
a series that continues.
Maybe.
It might be.
Maybe. Who's to say? Maybe it's not the last time, Trey.
But I don't know that Penny and Lanier are close to keep that going.
Yeah, I think once they move on, you just kind of let that go. There's nothing for you there.
Like I said, SMU, metrically, the metrics like them.
Sure.
They got their offense isn't great, but it's top 193rd, and then defensively they're 25th. What did they do well? They shoot the 3 pretty well, 37% as a team.
Dang it. Really? Another one of those?
They get offensive rebounds well.
Fantastic.
Which is obviously a struggle of ours.
Yeah.
Defensively, they're second in the country in effective field goal percentage defensively, holding teams to 40.8%. 3-point defense is real good. Hold teams to 26.7% from 3.
I'll take that one with a grain of salt, personally.
They got a high block percentage, high steal percentage. Top 60 in the country in both of those. Top 25 in the block percentage. These boys play defense.
But we just talked about they haven't played a winning team. Like, they haven't played anybody.
Yeah, I get it. Maybe that's a result of who they played, but I would take the under in this one.
What's the total at?
I don't think it's going to be out. I'm just saying this is 2 teams that play 25th ranked and 31st ranked defense in the country.
If you just make up a number.
I think we'll be able to shut them down offensively. I mean,
Yeah.
They shoot it well from 3, but outside of and get offensive rebounds. So if you keep them off the glass, defend the 3. I mean, they're not good at free throws. They're 327th in the country in free throw percentage, 65%. They get blocked a lot.
We have a common foe. Did you
They
know
get
that?
stealed from a lot, stolen from. We have a common foe in who we've played.
Yeah, Texas A&M.
Have they played A&M?
Yeah, Texas A&M went to Moody, and they
Oh,
lost.
yeah. I watched a little bit of that.
Yep.
Lost by 13.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there, dude. I don't remember.
I'm not scared of the Stangs. Get to the form. Is this we got a theme for this one?
Not that I'm aware of.
If you're listening to this at home, we know that you are. If you go to Go Tigers Go, look at the schedule. They've got all the themes
I
out
have
there.
it pulled up. It's not, to my knowledge.
Which to me is disgusting because we've talked about how much we love.
Right? Do you see
It's not
anything? I'm
disgusting
crazy,
that they have that out there. What's disgusting, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
What's disgusting is TJ and I have talked about how much we love and how beautiful the Memphis State uniforms are.
That Lorenzen Wright one.
There is a Memphis State game listed on here, which makes me believe that's going to be the game that they wear these unis for. Timothy, do you know which game it is?
No, I'm looking at the schedule, and I still don't see it.
It is Rice on Wednesday, January 31st.
Why are
on
they wasting the Memphis State
ESPN
Because
Plus.
they want attendance at the Rice game.
I guess.
That's a good point.
They're like, no one's coming to Rice. Let's make it the Memphis State game. All the old heads can bust out their Memphis State
But that's
stuff.
just
Or they give away.
we haven't
1 cent
worn them this
jerseys.
year. Can we wear them in like a big game? I mean,
I think they will. Yeah, there was a point last year we were just straight up.
Didn't they wear them in the
Memphis
conference
State
tournament
only.
a lot?
yeah,
Yeah.
they might bust them out against SMU. I could see that.
I remember
ESPN.
someone saying that Memphis State was a tournament team and that the University of Memphis was not. It was last year. It made me laugh pretty good because they were They were hot in the
That's not bad.
in the Memphis State jerseys.
We're always hot. The other themed game I think that's remaining, there's two.
A stripe out.
Charlotte is a blackout. They keep picking these Wednesday games, and then, stripe out against FE is the only themed games remaining.
For now. They may adjust that.
For now. All right, Timothy, what else you got?
Anything specific that you've just seen lately? Nae'Qwan finally hit a 3. I mean, I think that's something that
he's now what, like 2 of 30?
Yeah, it's been very interesting to see him struggle, considering he has been pretty good at hitting threes while playing here.
No, all joking aside
in blue.
about the chemistry thing, Nae'Qwan was a damn good ad.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I can let you know he came in better shape than someone else, just off the street.
Well, he came in some sort of
Hey,
shape.
the language from the program changed last week.
What's that?
They were asked about Jordan and
JJ. They have
Yes.
no update on either. What the heck happened with JJ? Where did that come from?
I think we know what happened there.
Come on.
We're going to have to start questioning. Anytime somebody's sick, I'm just going to start assuming they're never coming back.
Look, I tried telling you guys.
We know what's
about
going on.
JJ.
It's like back when
In the
Josh,
summer.
in the Pastner years when somebody would have tendinitis.
Tendonitis is a hell of a thing, though. I get that one.
I used to have tendinitis in my heel.
It is concerning about JJ because my assumption was that he was redshirted
It feels like it came out of nowhere.
and that him and Mikey would be on the team next year, which I would be 100% okay with.
I'm totally fine with that. Would be. Have been. I've been saying it. I would. Mikey joining next year would be great. But next year. You don't think the JJ thing just came out of nowhere?
No, I don't.
He's been on the bench fine.
I don't think it came out of nowhere. I'm trying to look it up the exact post.
Oh, he posted something
Not him. Mikey did.
about JJ?
No, about himself.
Something about
free
free Mikey.
Yes.
Tell the Memphis staff to free
Yes.
Mikey.
Shortly after JJ
Was that
went
him or was
MIA.
that his lawyer that said that?
No, it was
Mikey.
Mikey. He posted on like Facebook.
Yeah, he said, "I tell the U of M to free me," and basically they were like, "No, stop! Don't say
Since
anything
that
like
post,
that."
JJ's been sick.
Time it up. I remember looking
Hey.
at this after that. I was like, "Damn, that's really coincidental that JJ has just gone MIA right after that post."
Well, if that's what caused it, good riddance, bro. We'll see you soon.
I could be wrong. I don't want to. I'm not.
You may be right. I just
I'm not
going to
say he's a grown man because he's like an 18-year-old kid, but like
I didn't know the timing of that.
he can make his own decisions and stuff like that. But
You can miss me with all that. Free Mikey, bro.
You could be right.
do not free Mikey.
You're lucky you're free.
Yeah, do not add
In
him
real
to this
life,
team.
free. I hate that stuff. I'm sorry.
What?
Yeah,
Shooting guns.
I like. Hear me out. I am.
No, acting like you the victim in a situation, bro. You had so many people going to bat for you after you did something super dumb.
You can't be shooting at people and
Acting like the victim in a situation, like free Mikey, like it's the Memphis staff that hasn't held on to you since this entire time has gone on.
Yeah, they
They've been
could have
holding-
dropped you
They could have
pretty
dropped
quickly.
you. They could have dropped you with everybody was telling Penny to drop him, and that man stood by him. Let him come to Memphis, work out in the facility, live in the facility. I mean, not live in the facility. Live in Memphis. Bring his whole team here.
Sleep on the floor.
Sleep on the floor. Start fires in
Real
the
gym rat.
Start fires in the trash cans.
That's one thing you can say about Penny is he stands by these guys like through thick and thin. I mean,
He
for the
does.
most part, like for sure.
I've said it before. He's loyal to a fault.
It's definitely to a fault at times. We can definitely
Loyal
say
to
that.
a fault.
It's definitely a fault at times. Whatever. Mikey's a young guy. He has. It's. I guess you could say worked out in his favor to an extent. He'll figure it out. I don't know what's going to happen with JJ. I have a good feeling he is not going to be here. We're not going to see from him.
Hear from him.
Yeah, good luck with that. I never had any hopes for him. I think you guys both liked him way more than I did, but we'll see what happens. Penny's the king of turning over rosters and just making magic happen every year. So I don't know that there's room for a 6'9", maybe small forward wing.
It does full court between the leg passes on the bounce.
Yeah, I want nothing to do with that personally.
All right, I'm going to surprise y'all with something.
Get a senior.
Oh, gosh.
I'm going to surprise y'all with something. Okay, we're coming out of the non-con. We're about to get into conference schedule.
Can you say that we go undefeated again? Last time you
We're
said
gonna go.
something,
We're
it
going to go
worked out.
undefeated in the conference schedule. And come out. We're going to have 2 losses on the year. All right. Here's the question I have for you. Where is the place that Penny has done his best recruiting?
The handshake line, obviously.
The handshake line.
I think that's the easiest.
Give me your top 3
Oh, handshake
handshake line guys from this year that you want to see on the team next year.
line? Oh, my goodness.
I mean,
hell,
give
you
me
know
that-
what I did? So,
And it has to be
at,
from the non-con schedule because that's
I know.
done with.
Yeah, dude, give me that freaking dude from Virginia that everybody hated. That guy was cooking.
He's done. Long
I know,
done.
but like if I could pick
No, I
anybody,
will say his family sat right in front of us at the Vanderbilt game. The little guard, Manjon or whatever his name was.
Oh yeah, he was good, man.
We were like, hey, if he wants to come to Memphis next year, shout out. He can come. And they're
Yes.
like, this is actually his last year.
Damn.
Damn.
Who? There was the other guy, the other guard from Vanderbilt that I think Memphis actually got in conversation with him. He hit the portal.
Yeah, Tyron Lawrence. Tyron Lawrence.
I think he's also done 2, perhaps. But I mean, I ain't gonna say no to Tyron Lawrence.
Yeah, he's a senior too.
If Matthew Morrell's gonna go 50 from 3 again, I'll take that.
No, but I would take frickin' what's the other little Ole Miss guard's name?
Yeah, there's
that short kid.
Murray.
Yeah, all
Murray.
the short guards we played. That guy from Jackson State,
those-
honestly,
The Jackson State
I'm not going to
guard.
say no to that guy either.
That dude was a baller.
Any quick, shifty guard, come on down.
Except like here we are. You know, it's funny we're saying this because how many years did everybody complain about having 5'9" Alo, 5'9" Tyler out there, and then we're all
Nobody
like,
would have been
give me
complaining if they could shoot like if Alo could have shot like that kid from Arkansas or Alabama State, it'd be fine.
What can we count the guy with the funny name from Michigan? Don't even let me try to butcher that dude's name. You
What?
know who I'm talking about. You guys know who I'm talking about. Help me out, because I don't want to have to go look up his name and then butcher it.
I'm looking at it, trying to find it right now.
I feel like I should just know it off the top of my head, but there ain't a chance I'm going to know that.
I don't know who you're talking about.
The guy from Michigan, dude. First of all, not Doug, D-U-G. That's the worst spelling of a name. This guy, Olivier.
Oh,
we already dabbled in him.
I understand. That doesn't mean I don't want him
He's
back.
a grad transfer, isn't he?
First of all, Trey, that's not how the rules work.
I'm just saying
hypotheticals here.
He already graduated. We keep picking guys that are seniors.
Good. That's the way of the
We got to
penny
look at
now.
the junior list. So that's why I'm saying we got
The way of the penny.
Murray from Ole Miss, he's a junior. Come on down. Kid from Jackson State.
I don't know. Kenny, you're going to have to give us some heads up when you ask these things because we got to be able to look it up. Now it's bad podcasting. If we're
It's
just
not
Googling.
bad podcasting because
Oh,
I
we're
guarantee
Googling
the
rosters
people that are
nonstop.
listening to this
They're all-
are looking it up too.
They're all gone. Every person that I was going to say Sean East, he's gone.
Who?
Oh, Sean East from
Kid from Missouri.
From Missouri.
He's going to be gone too.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys, man.
All right, let's revisit this.
Lamar Knox. No.
So count me out on that one.
We could get Tadarius back. TD.
Yeah, right. We got Joe
CJ
Cooper. Dude. We don't
Hines.
need another walk on. Free Joe Cooper.
Free Joe Cooper.
But only if we're going to still win by 20 to make Trey happy.
Hey, let me tell you.
He's my co-host.
You need guys like Joe Cooper on the team because he has taken Nae'Qwan under his wing. They are buddies.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Interesting. I wonder how that even works out. Like, I just wouldn't imagine that they would ever be.
I mean, y'all saw Nae'Qwan didn't go home over Christmas and stayed and worked out
Yeah.
at the facility, and Joe was with him every time.
Yeah, I saw that. I think you posted pictures of it.
Mm-hmm.
Or Bluff City did, I should say. Was it from your own personal?
No, I wasn't there. Oh, my.
Donald's here.
All right, let's
yeah,
let's table this and we'll move on.
Yeah, I mean, I think we pretty much got it wrapped up, right? In basketball, I don't know.
Yeah, we have. I can't remember the standings, and honestly, it was 2 weeks ago. I don't remember what we picked, but we have one final. I mean, you can do it basketball wise if you want to, but collegiate football game left, TJ, for Fade TJ, 50-50 TJ, and Thunder pick.
It's so tough, man.
Michigan is a 4.5 point favorite. The over-under.
Over Washington?
Yeah, 55.5.
Dude, I think Washington's going to beat the brakes.
Big Penix energy,
off
dude.
them.
I mean, his arm talent
God.
is ridiculous.
It's disgusting.
The way he can adjust his body and some of the zip that
Still
he can
just
put on the
sling it.
Dude, that freaking rocket for a touchdown in the smallest of
he's
windows
got
was
a
absurd.
Laser rocket.
Absurd. And I like Michigan. I think Michigan.
I like Michigan.
You think Michigan's going to win the game?
It's tough, man. Their defense looked really good
Against a
Alabama.
non-throwing quarterback.
Yeah, but it was the fact that their D line and that number 55 Graham or whatever his name.
I mean, they lived in the backfield in the first half.
They were just very mobile on the defensive line, and I think that's a big difference maker. And I do think Washington's offensive line is very good. Like that, Washington has been able to put in some big guys into the NFL. Penei Sewell, I think, is the one that sticks out just more than anyone. Who's with the Lions now, but they've got a very talented offensive line. Like Texas wasn't really just kind of living back there the way that it felt like Michigan was in the backfield all day against Alabama. So it's a tough one. I don't know if we're gonna use that as the one game. I'm gonna struggle, but I think I'm gonna tell myself to take Michigan.
Yeah.
I want it to be Washington. I really do want it to be Washington.
I like Michigan. I picked Michigan at the beginning of the year to win the title, but I might go with the over 55.
Michigan just plays such boring football that I don't know if they'll get there. I know that's only, 3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns?
Yeah.
4 touchdowns.
You can take Michigan. That's fine. You taking the points or just Michigan money line?
I would just take Michigan money line. I think that's kind of a cop-out because it's like if I pick Michigan, then I'm right. But if I pick Michigan and Washington wins, I still win because that's who I actually want to win.
Yeah.
I think they had a super interesting situation with Peterson stepping down and Kalen, whatever his name is, stepping in as head coach and DeBoard, and everyone thought they were just going to drop off and not be anything. And then they bring in the transfer quarterback, and then they just have been awesome. Yeah. They've been awesome in every game that I've watched them in.
They've won a lot of close ones.
I think you're putting yourself into a corner.
Like we said earlier.
No, that's a win-win.
With the Michigan money line, though, that's a tough – that's a very tight window to win that. Like, if they win it, you win, but you want Washington to win. If you had said, like –
TJ doesn't care who wins.
Yeah, I don't actually care who wins. Like, I'm not really going to put money on Michigan.
What?
You don't actually do your bets?
I do sometimes, but not in this one.
You're just lying to the people?
No, we said that we were going to get together and watch.
Everybody has clicked off.
That is the one that I think that I don't know if I'm actually going to put money on.
50-50 TJ is dead.
No, I just don't think I'm actually going to bet
the
on
real
this
50-50 is whether or not he actually places the bet.
Exactly.
No, I typically always place the bet. I'm just saying this is the one game that I'm like, oh, I don't know where I'm at.
Yeah, we're forcing him into a game he doesn't want to pick.
Exactly. So it's like, what do you want me to do here? Like, I don't know. I mean, it's...
How good were those 2 games last night, though?
They were,
incredible.
By far the best night of college football playoff ever.
And I hate to say it, but I really do think the committee got it right in terms of the 4 best teams and who would give the best games. But Florida State still got jobbed.
I mean, if you watched those 2 games yesterday and you're still complaining about it,
I don't think anyone's complaining outside of Florida State. Like, I mean,
I've seen some people say some stuff that weren't necessary.
Like what? Like who would get in?
Just
y'all's boy Danny Cano
in the first half. Yeah, well, it might have been Cano. I can't remember. I saw a tweet. It was just a screenshot of Milroe's box score at halftime. He's like 5 of 7 for 40 yards, and like this is the elite quarterback play that Florida State couldn't provide.
He's better than Brock Glenn.
Yeah, I mean,
like get out of my face.
Local Memphian, dude. Don't
hey, listen. Hey, all love to Brock Glenn and what he's doing.
He's from Covington.
I think he's actually from Tipton County.
Norvell just over recruited him or whatever the word is.
That was
that's gonna be a fun game next year. Are y'all gonna go?
I want to go.
DJ Ugamadoogie.
Ugamadoogie.
Uyungale. That's a good matchup. I do like that he is there. They're losing a lot.
They're
losing a lot. I mean, I'm not going to put it past Norvell to just replenish.
Oh, he's going to replenish, bro. He's going to be fine.
It's going to be an interesting game, to say the least.
Watch them put them at 5 next year to start the season. You're like, hey man,
Just
All
troll
right,
them.
let's get in this malt liquor, man.
It really wasn't that bad. I'm not going to
told
lie. It's better than, I do like this better than I like
Tiger Tail.
Tiger Tail, yeah, which is unfortunate. The can is pretty classic. I'm not going to lie. There's nothing really crazy going on with the can. It says Malt Liquor Man, no doubt about it, big ass truck certified. But then there's like these pillars and columns.
What is the big ass truck certified?
I have no clue. I assume that if you drive a big ass truck, you can drink this beer.
Also, do you know what Bat 93 is? See that in the can? The can within the can?
I do see that. I feel like I should probably know what that means, but I do not.
We're going to have to do a little bit of research.
Bat 93 was for sure alive.
What?
So I was for sure alive in 93. I wonder if this is like a
somebody's
collaboration with something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can's pretty plain. Like I said, 6 out of 10. I mean, nothing crazy here. The line's pretty dope looking.
Yeah, but it's not a tiger, so deduct points.
Exactly. Like, what are we talking about?
Sorry.
This is the can.
I don't know.
See that
6.5 on the can. It's fine.
It's higher than I gave
I like
it.
the colors of it.
What do you think? You know what the tiger reminds, or the lion reminds me of, is that goofy ass tattoo.
Sean's, oh,
No, that goofy ass tattoo that
the Linbar Lounge Lions.
Yeah.
We have a friend that has 2 lion statues at the end of it. He didn't put them in. They've been there forever. Literally.
Like
Since the
forever.
house was born. They might have been there before the house
They
was
were
built.
definitely.
TJ lived there. 2 lion statues right at the foot of his driveway. If you're ever driving down Linbar, you see that. Give him a toot toot honk.
Toot, toot. No, what's the Greg McElroy? Is it who it was? He got that gigantic lion tattoo on his chest or whatever. Maybe it was McElroy. Whatever. I'm off topic, but that's what it reminds me.
No, what
of.
was the other Bama? Not McElroy. AJ McCarron.
It was AJ McCarron. Yes, yes, AJ McCarron. John Parker Wilson.
Yeah. Hey, my wife got John Parker Wilson's autograph at the beach when she was like 15.
Was it fresh off
napkin.
2-a-days?
Yeah. What a show.
I know.
Wow.
The beer wasn't bad. Like I said, it was better than.
Can you call it a beer?
No, I don't think you technically can.
I do. I liked it better than Tiger Tails too. It was not bad at all. For a malt liquor.
Especially 8%. I mean,
I thought you were giving it at 8, and I was about to say, holy cow.
no,
TJ.
at 8%. I'm probably not going to give it too far off. I mean, like
it's really not. I mean, I'm thinking for a malt, I'm going like 7.1.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the middle ground of grading it between a malt liquor and a beer. Like it's probably on the high end for a malt liquor.
Yeah.
But if I were to compare it to a beer, it'd probably be in the 7, like a low 7, maybe a high 6, like a.
Yeah, I mean, compared to all the beers you drink, it's probably more like a 6. But I was thinking the malt liquor territory.
I'm gonna put it like 6, 7. Like I don't. It's not great. I don't love it, but it's I finished. Absolutely, I finished it.
You'd have another.
It's teetering on the line of having.
You'd have another. You're wearing those Croc tennis shoe things.
These are
You'd
not
have another
Crocs.
Big ass.
These are not Crocs.
What are they?
These are Canes. Recovery shoes, dude.
What's Cane?
It's a recovery shoe. What do you mean?
Where's your Abels?
Different cane. Same spelling. Different cane.
Those are what now? What are you
Cane.
recovering from?
Just a long day at work, man.
You have a standing desk?
Dad at 2. I do stand, but no. It is a standing desk in the fact that I stand.
What?
I just stand.
Oh. At like a waist level desk?
Yeah, I just prop my laptop up and I just push it to the monitors because the monitors can change height.
Oh.
But yeah, man, they're comfortable. What do you want from me? Got little nodules in there that press into my feet.
They look like Crocs.
Well, I don't disparage Crocs. I love Crocs. So, what's up?
Interesting.
Off
right.
rocker.
You got to show them to the screen.
I
Nobody
did.
can see them. Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did. I kicked my leg up there.
Oh, that's what's up. Yep, those will look good.
They're good, man.
Yeah.
They're comfortable.
Hey, get some merch.
Look
It was
how
a
good
Tigers.
that
It was a
looks.
Tigers Untapped Christmas.
Look at the camera.
You showed me a picture. Hold on.
Beer mug?
Of the beer mug.
It looked good. It looked damn good.
If you haven't gotten a mug, get out there, get you a mug. The beer just tastes better out of those mugs.
What is the link, Kenny? Do you know off the top of your head?
BluffCityMerch.com.
There it is.
Hey, and this is not like a Hanes beefy tee.
No, it's not a beefy tee. Absolutely not.
This is a comfortable ass tee.
It's canvas. It's a canvas
It's
t-shirt.
a canvas, soft, fits perfect, true to size. I got literally my whole family. They all got a canvas t-shirt. Very nice.
My family was all rocking the Bluff City Media gear at the family Christmas
It's
dinner.
good stuff.
It's
Go
awesome.
get some.
Yeah, it was at Bella Canvas. I think it was. So it's good. It's good quality stuff. I think that was a concern generally. I'll be honest, that it was going to be like a Hanes beefy tee or something like just some scratchy cotton, dude. It's not that
bacon neck. I mean, there's no bacon.
There is
neck
no
in these.
bacon neck. Yeah, it's good quality stuff.
Good
I really
stuff.
like.
So
mine.
go get you some merch. Sign up for the Discord Insiders. Like, subscribe, comment, and come with the cold beer. Stay for the hot takes. We'll see you next week. Peace.
If you enjoyed this episode of Tigers Untapped, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Like and subscribe at Bluff City Media's YouTube page. Head over to www.bluffcitymedia.co for comprehensive coverage of Memphis sports.